Dear students, our today's topic is decomposition reaction. In the previous session, we studied about combination reaction. Now, the second type of chemical reaction, that is decomposition reaction. First of all, we will see the definition of decomposition reaction. The reaction in which one reactant decomposes to form two or more products is called decomposition reaction. So, we can say that decomposition reaction is just opposite of combination reaction. So, in combination reaction, we have seen that in combination reaction, there are two or more than reactants. They combine together and form one product. That is combination reaction. But in decomposition reaction, it is opposite. We have only one reactant undergo decomposition and form two or more than two products. Okay, this is decomposition reaction. But in combination reaction, we have seen that there are two or more than two reactants and they form one product. So we can say that decomposition reaction is opposite of combination reaction. So in decomposition reaction, there will be only one reactant. This reactant undergoes decomposition and form two or more than two products. This type of chemical reaction is called decomposition reaction. But in combination reaction, there are two or more than two reactants. They combine together and form only one product. This is combination reaction. So this is the difference between combination and decomposition reaction. Now we will see more about decomposition reaction. Generally we can say that decomposition reaction is of three types: thermal decomposition, electrolysis, photolysis. We divide decomposition reaction into three types: thermal decomposition, electrolysis and photolysis. So why there is classification? This classification is based on the reaction conditions. Under what conditions the reactant decomposes? Based on the conditions take place, we divide decomposition reaction into these three types. Now we will see the examples of decomposition reaction. First example we have: when calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So here we have reactant calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, it decomposes. So the reactant we have calcium carbonate, it decomposes, it undergo decomposition and form two products: calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So can we say that it is decomposition reaction? Yes, because in decomposition reaction there will be only one reactant. Here, see, in this case there is only one reactant, calcium carbonate, and in decomposition reaction there should be minimum two products. Okay, and here we have two products: calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So can we write the equation? Yes, the reactant calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is an ionic compound. Its formula can be found out using valencies: calcium Ca2 plus, carbonate CO3 2 minus. Write the valencies and exchange, you will get the formula CaCO3, calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, it is also called limestone. The common name of calcium carbonate is limestone. Then we have one reactant, calcium carbonate. It decomposes to form two products: calcium oxide. Calcium oxide, what is the formula of calcium oxide? Again, calcium oxide is ionic compound. Calcium cation Ca2 plus, oxide anion O2 minus, exchange valencies, you will get CaO plus, second product carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide's formula CO2. And calcium oxide, its common name quicklime. So this is the reaction. So For this reaction, so calcium carbonate undergoes decomposition and form two products, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. And we can see that in this reaction, this decomposition takes place by the application of heat. Suppose you have calcium carbonate. So this is calcium carbonate. This is this white crystalline solid is calcium carbonate. Suppose you have calcium carbonate, and if you keep the calcium carbonate in a test tube in the lab, there will be no reaction. Understand? Suppose if you have taken calcium carbonate in a test tube, calcium carbonate solids in a test tube, and we keep it on the table, and this calcium carbonate will not undergo decomposition, and there is no formation of calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So that means there should be some reaction conditions. So we have to provide some external conditions, then only this reaction will take place. Otherwise, calcium carbonate will not change anything at normal temperature or room conditions. So in this reaction, if you want to decompose calcium carbonate and get calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, you have to heat it. So the reaction condition is heat. So you take the calcium carbonate powder in the test tube. For the decomposition reaction, you have to heat the test tube. And what happens? The calcium carbonate gets sufficient heat energy after some time, and then this calcium carbonate decomposes to form another solid, calcium oxide, and also one more product, that is a gas, carbon dioxide. So this reaction is the decomposition of calcium carbonate. So now we can say that this calcium carbonate will not give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide until it heated. So we have to heat it, then only this reaction is possible. So that means this decomposition reaction takes place. This reaction takes place by the application of heat. So this type of decomposition reaction is called thermal decomposition. That is, in this reaction you can see that the calcium carbonate is decomposed due to heating. Calcium carbonate is decomposed and form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. It is due to, because of the application of heat. We have to heat the calcium carbonate, then only this reaction possible. So the decomposition actually takes place by heating, due to heating. Therefore, this type of decomposition reaction is called thermal decomposition. So how will you define the thermal decomposition? The decomposition reaction resulting by the application of heat on a substance is called thermal decomposition. So this reaction, calcium carbonate to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, is an example of thermal decomposition. So that's why we write the heat on the arrow mark, because the reaction condition is heating. So we will write heat. Some other examples of, other than this calcium carbonate, some other carbonates also show decomposition reaction. For example, magnesium carbonate, copper carbonate, sodium carbonate, they will also undergo same reaction, that is thermal decomposition on heating. So these are also examples of thermal decomposition. So this is our reaction. Calcium carbonate undergoes reaction by the application of heat to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So this is calcium carbonate, white crystalline solid. We have to take this in the test tube and heat it. After some time, this you will get two products. One will be in the solid state, that is calcium oxide, again it is solid, and the second product is carbon dioxide gas. So this type of second example of decomposition is when electricity passes through water, it decomposes to give hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So here we have one reactant, that is water. Water decomposes to give two products, first one hydrogen gas, second one oxygen gas. See, can we say it is a decomposition reaction? Because as we know that in every decomposition reaction there should be only one reactant. Here we have only one reactant, that is water. The formula of water is H2O we have, then gives First product hydrogen gas, formula of hydrogen gas H2. Second product oxygen gas, its formula O2. Then we balance it, you will get 2H2O gives 2H2 plus O2. That means in this reaction water decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen gases, right? And in this reaction, this is a decomposition reaction. And what is the reaction condition used here? Suppose if you take water in a beaker, and can we get the oxygen and hydrogen gases from the beaker? No, it's not possible, because water will not decompose at normal conditions. Suppose if you heat the water, what will happen? Is there any formation of hydrogen and oxygen gases? Is there decomposition? No, because if you boil the water, we will get water vapor. There is no formation of hydrogen and oxygen gases. That means for the decomposition of water, heat is not used. Heat is not sufficient to decompose water. So we have to use any other external condition. Then only the decomposition of water takes place. But in previous case we have seen in calcium carbonate, we have to heat it, it will decompose. But in the case of water, by heating of water, no decomposition takes place. So we will use another reaction condition, that is by the application of electrical energy, electricity. So we have to pass electricity through water, and you will get hydrogen and oxygen gases. In other words, we can say that water decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen gases when electric current or electricity passes through water. So this is the experimental setup of passing electricity through water. So we have to get a vessel like this. So you will learn about this in higher class in detail. So we have to get a vessel like this. Two electrodes, we have cathode and anode, and we have to fill the water in this vessel, and we need two electrodes which conduct electricity, anode and cathode. And when electricity passes through this water, oxidation and reduction takes place. Some chemical reactions will be taking place. As a result, you will get oxygen and hydrogen gases. Oxygen you will get in first electrode, that is in anode. Hydrogen gases will be deposited on the second electrode, cathode. That is, the water is decomposed to give oxygen and hydrogen gases. This is possible by passing electricity. So this is the reaction. So this type of decomposition reaction is called electrolysis, because for this reaction we need the condition of electric current. We have to pass electricity through water, then only the decomposition of water takes place. So this type of decomposition reaction is called electrolysis. So what is the definition of electrolysis? The decomposition reaction resulting by passing electricity through a substance is called electrolysis. So this type of decomposition reaction is called electrolysis. So the first type is thermal decomposition by the application of heat. Here we have to pass electricity. Therefore, this type of decomposition reaction is called electrolysis. Third example we have, when silver chloride is placed in sunlight, it decomposes into silver metal and chlorine gas. This is our reaction. Here we have reactant silver chloride. It decomposes to give two products, silver metal and chlorine gas. So reactant silver chloride. Silver chloride is an ionic compound. Silver cation, formula Ag plus, chloride Cl minus. You will get the formula of AgCl, gives first product silver metal. What is the formula of silver metal? Ag. Plus chlorine gas, formula of chlorine gas Cl2. Then you have to balance it, you will get 2AgCl gives 2Ag plus Cl2. So in this case, the reactant silver chloride, it is a solid, white color solid. It decomposes to give grey colored silver metal and chlorine gases. And again, for this reaction, if you heat the silver chloride, or if you mix silver chloride in water or any other condition, the decomposition will not take place. For this, the condition is sunlight. We have to place silver chloride in sunlight. Then only this decomposition takes place. So this is silver chloride. We can see that's a white colored powder, white crystalline powder. This is silver chloride. You have to take the silver chloride powder in a china dish like this and keep this china dish, and because we have to expose this silver chloride, white colored silver chloride in sunlight. There should be exposure of sunlight. So due to sunlight, what happens? The decomposition of silver chloride takes place. Silver chloride decomposes in the presence of light, sunlight, and form two products, silver metal and chlorine gas. That is, after some time you will see that the white colored silver chloride will become a gray colored solid and formation of chlorine gas. This is the reaction. So in this reaction we have to take silver chloride in the china dish. So silver chloride is a white crystalline powder solid. We have taken silver chloride powder in a china dish. After that you have to place this china dish in presence of sunlight. So what will happen? The silver chloride decomposes under decomposition reaction in presence of sunlight and form. You will see there is a formation of a gray colored solid in the china dish. That is, instead of this white solid, after some time you will see gray colored solid. This is the first product, silver metal, formula Ag. This is gray colored. And second product is a gas, chlorine gas. So chlorine, this is the image of chlorine gas. That is, chlorine has an yellowish green colored gas. This is the image of chlorine gas. So this type of decomposition reaction is called photolysis, because in this decomposition reaction the reaction condition is light, sunlight. So we will write it above the arrow mark. So the decomposition reaction which takes place by the application of light energy on a substance is called photolysis. So what do you mean by photolysis? If the decomposition of the reactant takes place by the application of light, that type of decomposition reaction is called photolysis. So decomposition reaction is of three types: thermal decomposition, electrolysis, and third one, photolysis. Thank you.